What's up everybody, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and to this video in which I kind of, I'm doing this improvised, there's no script or anything, but I wanted to take a quick look at what's happening with Terra and with Luna and Terra 2.0. Because this morning I woke up a little bit late, but I saw that all the major exchanges backed up the Terra 2.0, which I did a video on that, explaining what it is. We will go over it quickly in this video as well, I think. So yeah, they're backing it. They're backing the whole transition. There was a proposal for a continuation of the Terra blockchain, but then without a USD stablecoin. So they removed that code from the ecosystem, and then they are launching a new Luna. It will still be called Luna, but we will get to that soon. And the Luna token of today will be called Luna Classic, or LUNC. So this one, it's already called Terra Classic. All right. Well, pretty quickly, but I think it's going to happen tomorrow as well. Yeah, wow. Time flew by, gotta say. But yeah, it's happening. So in this video, I wanted to just take a quick look at this Twitter thread with some quite interesting news, I think. But also their revival plan 2, and this is a live document, so this is not the same as I did in the last video. There were some changes and I wanted to talk about, and then we'll also go over a short summary. And I'll give you my opinion on what kind of what I think of it, but also and more so if I think if it has any chance of actually succeeding in what it wants to fulfill. So first right here, I mean, you can see Terra 2.0 is coming, overwhelming support, as I said, by a lot of people, by a lot of validators, but also by exchanges, has voted to pass the proposal, calling for the genesis of the new Terra blockchain. And here you can see the revival plan. That's what we're going to take a look at too. A quick summary. So it will effectively create a new Terra chain without USD, as I said, the algorithmic stablecoin. Then the old chain will be called Terra Classic, LUNC, as I said, and the new chain will be called Luna. So the Luna of today will not be the Luna of tomorrow. Just so you know that, doesn't matter this. Then Luna will be airdropped across Luna Classic stakers, Luna Classic holders, residual USD holders, and essential app developers. You can see that right here. So pre-attack, and that's somewhere right here when that pre-attack will be. I think it is somewhere right here. So the pre-attack or the technical details, it's somewhere here. Yeah, the pre-attack snapshot and the post-attack, you can just check that out. I will post this down in the description. If you really want to take a deep dive into it, you can check that out there. So you can see 30% to a community pool, and then the pre-attack Luna and UST holders will get 45%, and then the post-attack Luna holders and UST holders, so a snapshot will be taken of Luna holders and UST holders before the creation of the new blockchain, will also get 25%, which I wasn't really in favor of, but they have brought that down. It used to be higher, but we'll see that soon later. And you can see that the proposal allocates a large portion of the token distributions to provide runway for existing Terra decentralized app developers. I think that's great. I'm quite a big fan. I used to be a big fan of Anchor Protocol before what they did, and I'm a huge fan of Mirror Protocol. Did videos on them, dedicated videos on them as well. So I think that's great, and that is definitely the right way to go. Apart from that, it's also fully community owned now, which I think is a good thing too. Whether I think that's going to be enough though, I'm not sure. As I said, they're working closely together with centralized exchanges, Binance, Bybit, but also many others. And yeah, I think that's it. A little bit more talking, but that's usually what they do. So yeah, so what they changed, or let's actually check like the main motivation for them to create a new blockchain and to switch from that old, or the blockchain we have now, to a new Terra blockchain, was that it contains hundreds of developers, a lot of developers, and great projects built on it, which isn't necessarily wrong. I mean, that's pretty right in my opinion too, even though I had my critiques on Terra. Has a large install base with millions of users across the world. That's true too. Whether that's going to stay is still a question. We don't know. I don't know. You don't know. And a strong brand recognition, and a name that almost everyone in the world will have heard about. I think so too. but I discussed it in the last video too. I'm not sure if that name can actually hold more value, like more good value, apart from like its bad value and its bad recognition. Because obviously the name Terra will also be known for what happened with UST and Luna a lot too. So a quick summary again: new Terra chain. That's what we talked about already. It's fully community owned. Yeah, this doesn't really matter. So what they changed, and this is quite important too, for if you hold UST or Luna right now and you actually want to be part of the snapshot, there are some assets that may not be included. So if you still have UST or Luna bridged off to a different ecosystem than Terra, please get it back on. But they did make some amendments to the pre-attack Luna holders. This is basically just that more will be unlocked at Genesis. So what happens is that they will make a snapshot and they will airdrop the new Luna tokens. And basically what it was is it was first like 15% of the tokens you would get instantly, and then 85% over the next 2 years, I think, and now it's 30% at Genesis, so in the beginning, and then 70% over 2 years after that. So that's good. I think a little bit more liquidity at the beginning as well. And then the post-attack UST holders, what we just talked about, is going from 20 to 15, which I think is good too, because what that meant is actually that snapshot will be after the attack. So I think that will actually be tomorrow, that snapshot. So that means that you can buy a lot of UST for a low price and essentially become at least relatively a Luna whale. Just by buying UST at a lower price, and also buying the LUNC tomorrow at a lower price, because a part of the distribution will also go to LUNC. So today it's still Luna, tomorrow it will be LUNC. Well, it will also go to them. So I'm not a big fan of that. This was kind of the same as above. So yeah, that's a quick summary. If you want a more like the token distribution more in depth, I'm not going to go over that again, and the definitions of the pre-attack and post-attack. It is maybe good that what I said, like this will be tomorrow, or I'm not sure what time zone is this, +08, so I'm not sure. It's like East Coast probably, not sure. But if you want to take a look at this, as I said, link will be down in the description. I just wanted to give you my opinion on what I think this means for Luna, and whether I think it can actually succeed. First of all, I do want to point out that there are some great things, that it's fully community owned and that a lot of the decentralized apps are coming back. I think that's great, and I was a fan of the Terra ecosystem, I have to be honest about that, and I do think it has a chance to actually succeed, but it will take time. Initially, probably a lot of people are going to be buying in, also because some of the new Luna tokens will go to post-attack holders, so you will probably see a small rally at UST, but also with Luna. You will probably have whales buying UST. I think UST is up quite a bit, yeah, as you can see. And apart from that, Luna is down, but people are buying UST cheap. So not sure what I thought about it, but initially you will have probably that it has quite a big market cap, maybe even top 100, definitely top 300, top 200. So you will have that, and I think you will have some whales getting into the price, and they will probably pump the price, make it look like it's trending and stuff, and people jumping in because they think, oh well, it's still relatively cheap. If it's going to be the same old Terra, we know it's going to the top 10. And now it's only in the top 200, so that might actually happen, and by that we might actually get into the top 100 again with Terra and with the new Luna token. But I do not think that we can actually get back into the top 10 quickly, and I think that if we get into the top 100, I don't think we'll get into the top 50 soon. I just think that the reputation of Terra has been damaged way too much, and even though it will have an initial bull run or some like a bullish opening, I think over the days after that we could actually expect quite a big drop. So I wouldn't be surprised to see like an 80%, 70% increase followed with like a 30, 40% drop. Because apart from what I think of it, and I think the name Terra is damaged a lot, I do think they have made some good decisions about it being community owned and the decentralized app thing. But I don't think we'll be able to get back into that top 10 soon. And apart from that, what I think is very interesting and important too is that we're not launching in the best market circumstances right now. I mean, we had some bearish breakouts earlier today of like Solana and Cardano. We're definitely not great with the market, so that's not going to help either. So yeah, that's basically my opinion on Terra. I do know that my opinion was kind of all over the place, but the general consensus is that I think maybe in the next years we might actually be able to get back into the top 50 and top 10 maybe. But initially I don't think we'll have that big of a Terra in the beginning. So initially, and that might actually be very volatile in the beginning, so please be careful with that and just try to read the documents and go over it yourself, what you think of it, and see whether you think it's going to be good for the long term or whether there are other opportunities for you to pursue. So yeah, that was this video. I enjoyed making it. It was improvised, as I said, so it definitely has been all over the place, but thank you all for watching and listening. If you have any questions, anything you want to say, anything you want to discuss, I'm always open for that down in the comments. So please let me know. And thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Bye.